Well, welcome back. And in some national news, Mukesh Ambani's plans to convert Raigad into Maharashtra's biggest special economic zone seem to have run into trouble. The Maharashtra government has issued a resolution to denotify the acquisition of land for this, as Reliance could not acquire the land by the deadline of December 2009. Now, sources say that the state government can't scrap the SEZ as this is up to the centre. And this means that Mukesh Ambani can acquire the land privately, but with so much opposition from the locals, this will be tougher. Around 17,000 acres of land could not be acquired due to tremendous opposition by the locals. That's not all. Mukesh Ambani is in more trouble because 500 farmers who had earlier given their land have now approached the court asking for it to be returned. They in fact have said that they are even willing to return the compensation given to them by the industrialist. Well, declare your income in your home country, otherwise you will be taking the risk. That's the message that the G20 nations want to give across. Now, to those holding secret offshore accounts, the G20 nations declared that those found guilty of corruption, money laundering or tax fraud, they will need to disclose their assets or face serious consequences. India too is likely to bring up this question of black money at the G20 finance ministers meeting at Paris. Nupur Tiwari has this report.
Very soon there will be no safe place for tax evaders to hide their assets, says the Global Transparency Forum. At the behest of G20, it has published 18 reports so far. Switzerland and Mauritius have also been assessed. More reports are due, including one on Liechtenstein, which will be out in May this year. These reports identify whether or not jurisdictions are cooperating in exchange of information according to the OECD standard. Countries assessed are forced to follow recommendations. Earlier this week, Switzerland relented, saying it will accept identification proof other than name, address and bank name to provide information on accounts, clearing a big hurdle. The Swiss Federal Department of Finance confirmed in a statement to NDTV, in future other forms of identification should be accepted in order to examine a request for administrative assistance. The bank account number could be sufficient if the identification can be ensured. India and Switzerland will have to ratify their revived tax agreement first, but the Global Forum says the wait will not be long.
We can say now that all the jurisdictions are aware that there is no more room for opacity, that there is no more room for welcoming tax frauders. It's over, and the good news is that all the jurisdictions are aware of that. Bank secrecy has been in existence for decades, and in 18 months you will be in a position to get the information from many jurisdictions which used to be tax havens, such as the Bahamas or Jersey or some others. So there is a need for a bit of patience.
With the Indian budget due to be announced shortly, Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee is at an international meet where action against tax havens is fairly easy to push on the agenda.
The G20 have managed to build pressure against tax havens in the last 2 years, and this has yielded positive results. This meeting of the G20 finance ministers is being seen as an opportunity India can seize to give further momentum to the fight against black money. In Paris, Nupur Tiwari for NDTV.
Well, time now to take a quick look at how gold and silver prices are doing today. And well, where entire countries have failed, these children have succeeded in spreading the word and message of conservation and preservation. We'll bring you their story on the other side.